everybody. I'm going to do something really special today in memory of my father. He was from Louisiana, and today when I went to the supermarket, well, I went to the market, the farmer's market. I went to the supermarket as well to get the rest of the stuff that I needed. But I found some crayfish, and I thought about him, and you know, he never took us to Louisiana, and I always wondered why. And as you know, I come from a blended family. So my mom's from Mexico and my father is from Louisiana. And lived in California pretty much all my life. And when I went to the farmer's market and I saw these crayfish, I thought, oh my God, I really want to make these because I haven't made it ever in my whole life. So this will be the first time making them. And I'm really excited about getting those crayfish cooked so that I can, and they're fresh, you know. And I thought for $2.50 a pound, I mean, you can't beat that. I mean, wow. And so I've had them soaking for a while, and they've been in the sink. I put some fresh water in there, and a lot of people say to add salt, but you really don't need to. So they've been soaking in there for a little over an hour, so that should be good enough. So these are all the ingredients, and the reason why I have this spread out like this, because it's pretty much what it's going to look like when it comes out. So I have a big pot of boiling water, and I kind of filled it up. It's probably like, I don't know, a couple gallons in there, maybe more, and probably I have it filled up with halfway filled with water. And I've been having that boiled, and then so some of the other pots that you can use are these kind of pots if you have a smaller amount. But I'm going to have some guests over, so to help me eat these crayfish, because I can't eat them all. And so I'm going to put that aside because I really don't need this right now. But I wanted to bring it out to show you. And this right here, I usually make the tamales, and this is a steamer, and you can use this. And this would be really good to use for smaller. But like I said, I don't have the basket in there, so I'm just gonna have to wing it with some. I have some strainers here that I'm gonna use, and hopefully that'll work. So first I have my pot boiling, my water boiling here. And then what I'm gonna do is add, I would say add a couple of tablespoons, but you know, I usually pour things in, but why not? We'll just do we'll do it right, and we'll just add some tablespoons in there. Oh, that's a teaspoon, tablespoon. Ah, not big enough. Well, 3 teaspoons is 1 tablespoon. So I'm gonna put a couple of tablespoons, so 4, 5, 6, and this is Old Bay seasoning. Old Bay seasoning has been around for a long time, so I couldn't find the Louisiana crab oil, so I said, oh, this will be great, and that should be going in there pretty good. And then I found some Cajun seasoning, and I thought, why not? Let's put a couple, big heaps of, I want it really well seasoned. I think the seasoning, I'm going to put a little bit more. I think the seasoning is really important. And the water's pretty bland, so I might put some more. I don't know. We'll see. And then I have some fresh, actually I'm going to do this later. What I'm going to put next is the onions. Want those onions in there. Oh, did you see that one? That one flew. So I'm going to put some onions in there and celery. I got a whole onion. I cut it up. Make sure you wash your onions before you cut into it. You know, I would. Wash the onion, okay? It doesn't take but a couple seconds. And then wash your veggies and, you know, use that little scrub brush. You have that. And then we have some cut up stalks of celery. And I use like about 3 or 4 stalks. And I want to put that up really high because I really want that to go into a rolling boil. And then I have, what I did was I cut the garlic clove in half, And then I just kind of peeled it. See? Yeah, peel it up like that. And should be okay. It's kind of awkward for me, but I'm doing it. Hey. And put some cloves. A lot of cloves of garlic. You can put as many as you want. I have a whole bowl and a half. So, it's going to be kind of garlicky. I like garlic. So, woohoo for garlic. Anyways, put that aside. And then, so this is going to cook really fast. So I have like two lemons. So I'm going to squeeze some lemon in there. Choo! Seeds are okay. You're not going to eat the seeds. So I'm going to put those in there. This is my authentic crayfish or crawdad oil. And then, you know, you're probably wondering, what the heck is she doing with those eggs there? I'm going to put them in there. No, they're not cooked yet. Actually raw. I'm going to cook them in there. Why not? Who said you can't have eggs in your... So I'm going to turn this around here. So cool. And I have some bay leaves that my friend gave me. He had some out of his yard. And put a couple of these bay leaves in there. And those in there. Oh, you can always smell it. It smells really good. So, and then I chopped up some jalapenos. So I got a couple of jalapenos chopped up. I'm going to stick those in there. Like I said, why not? And we have some butter. Everything's good with butter. I'm going to stick butter in there, cube. Should I do another one? Heck, why not? Let's do another butter. It's going to all go down with beer. This right here, this meal, it's like a meal in one. I mean, you don't need that, much because you're going to put all these goodies in it. And then you just invite a friend and have a loaf of bread. Hey, and if they can make some bread, that's even better. So I washed, I scrubbed, and I cut up some whole potatoes. I'm going to cover that up. Let it boil. I might even put it on 2 boils. I really want to bring it into a rolling boil. And if you have a burner like this, you can kind of stick it in the middle. And have it boiled on the side. And then, of course, I'm going to put my lager in there. Oh, I love it. Oh, here we go. Lager, you know what I meant. So I'll put a couple of beers in there. Oh yeah, this is going to be really, really good. I was really excited when I went to the market today. I mean, to the farmer's market, and I thought, crayfish. Where the heck did you get those? So they're wild caught in the rice field. And who knew? Who knew that they'd have crayfish? So I'm going to put the corn in last because my dad used to always tell me, you don't have to keep boiling the corn. The corn, you just need to, once it's boiled, you turn it off. That was my papa. Yeah, I miss him. So I'm going to take about a nice big size pinch of thyme. Oh, that smells good. Stick that in there. And then I have some rosemary. Why not? Put some rosemary. You put all your herbs if you want. What kind of herbs? Tarragon. You put I'm going to put rosemary in there. I might put a little bit more of this thyme because there you go. Here, so I want to get that to boil. Bring that. Oh wow! And then you want to cook it. You know, you want to cook it. You want to make sure that it's cooked, and you know what? I don't mind tasting it. You know what? It's gonna need some salt, but you know what? Because I'm gonna put some andouille sausage in it, and I have some andouille sausage here, I am going to slice it in some chunks. Kind of corner slice them. And that's going to bring some flavor, some more flavor into your boil. A lot more flavor into your boil. So I'm going to try it. Not bad. It's pretty good. I mean, it ain't from Louisiana, but it'll do. And it's not that spicy. I put the jalapenos in there. Oh, it is. No, it's a little bit spicy. These are my corn. I got a whole box of corn for virtually nothing. And it was at the end of the market, and I got some great deals. And usually at the end of the market, if you don't mind all the chaos that happens at the end, because everybody's rushing to get there. Some people get there late, and so they sit up there and they're running over everybody, and they're like, oh, the deals are so great. I mean, like $1 a basket for plums, $1 a basket for peaches, $1 a basket for a bag of the 3-pound bag of onions for $1, you know. And that's awesome, you know. I mean, if you can get there and you don't mind, just don't bring your dog. So what I'm going to do is, after I have that into the boil, still kind of like, it's still thinking. And you know, I have plenty of water in there, so you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to add a little bit more seasoning. It's not going to hurt. And has a little bit of salt in it. This one does, and then I'm going to add a little bit more. So just a little bit of salt and pepper mix. But they have some really good flavors going on in here. You know what? I even want to put a little bit more thyme in there. Oh yeah, a little bit more thyme. I know we have a lot of vegetarians, and I don't mean any disrespect, but you know, I was raised on meat. And I was raised, there was a right way of, killing our animals and slaughtering them. And there was just a right way and there was a wrong way. And I mean, the meat is good for us in moderation. And so I'm thinking, you know, why shouldn't we enjoy some of the treasures of this world? Now, there are certain meats I certainly would not eat. But I like meat, and sometimes I don't. Sometimes I go for weeks without eating meat, but sometimes I don't. So, you know, I think everything in moderation, and I think we can learn to start eating more sustainable and just enjoying life, and doing what we need to do to survive, and not be so fanatical about things. You know, I'm going to add my sausage in there. I think those potatoes are starting to look really good. So what I'm going to do, test one. I'm going to test a potato, a papata. Yeah, they're looking really, really good. And you know, those crayfish don't take too long to actually cook. So I'm going to get a fork out. Now there still needs some time in there. While that is cooking for me, let's stick this aside, and then I'm going to come visit my crayfish. And I'm going to start picking out the ones. There's some in there that didn't make it. So I'm going to pick the ones that are just a little vivacious. Ooh! And you know what? They're really feisty because they hurt one another. And there was a couple of them there that were cut in half. And I'm like, oh my God, you guys are mean. But you know, I I mean, wouldn't you be if you were stuck in a pool of water and getting ready to be someone's dinner? Woo! Look at that! Look at that! Can you see that? These are so cool. I want to put my finger, but they pinch like you wouldn't believe. So I don't think you want to put your fingers in there. You know, most of my crayfish are pretty darn healthy, which this is going to be so exciting because I have some friends coming over, and one of them is from France, and I just love her to life. But at $2.50 a pound, I thought that was great. I mean, I wouldn't even mind paying $5 a pound for these. But there's not a lot of meat in them. There's not a lot of meat in them. There's very little meat. If my father was here, he would be ecstatic. You're having a what? Yeah, I miss him so much. So I have my bowl of crayfish, and my liquid is finally boiling. I'm going to try it one more time. Make sure they don't get out. Oh yeah, that's good. Try not to stare at them too long. I do have a fellow in here that I might spare his life only because he's older, and my heart goes out to him. So, I'm going to take that off and just quickly toss them in there. That's all you have to do. Put your corn in there. And I think I'm going to put a little bit more corn. So I'm going to stick these in here as well. And if they crack, the eggs crack, it's okay. Because you know what? Watch your fingers. Cover that up. And that's about another 10 minutes. Should be done. Alright, meantime,